Good afternoon, students. Hope you all are doing well today. So on Sunday, we kind of had a break between our series, and we talked about family, and specifically how you guys relate to your family, how you're a part of it. Kind of the main text we used, the main one we talked about was Colossians 3:20. I have right here, children, obey your parents in everything, for this pleases the Lord. There are definitely times when that's a struggle. I remember being a teenager and really struggling with that at times going, well, don't I know better, right? Like, they just don't get it. It is kind of the prevailing thought most teenagers have. Here's the terrible news for you, though, teenagers. Ultimately, you thinking this, that your parents don't know what they're doing, that they're out of touch and don't understand you, every generation pretty much thinks that way. Your parents probably struggled a little bit with that growing up, just as you might be thinking it off and on. And that means that your kids one day are potentially going to be saying the same about you, no matter how much you try to be the cool mom or the cool dad. Right? And so we have to understand that at the root of this thought of, I know better, is the same as Israel in the Old Testament, right? I know better, right? It's idolatry, it's pride, it's arrogance. It's all of these things that tell us that we should be God, that we should make the rules, we should set the boundaries, that we know what's best for ourselves. When in reality, we serve a loving God who knows us perfectly, knows us intimately. I mean, he holds everything together. He created everything. He is absolutely 100% sovereign. And so we should trust him. And that's part of why we have the whole family dynamic, as we talked about, is the way we obey our parents. The way we obey our parents reflects that we trust God. Just as a husband and wife can reflect God in the church, the relationship there, the children, man, they can relate to their families in such a way through obedience that they reflect the trust in God. They trust his authority. And it projects this image that allows others in our world to look at and go, oh man, you know what? Why are they so obedient? Why do they trust their parents so much? Don't they know that they can do whatever they want, right? That's what our world wants us to think. And so the way we trust our parents, the way we're obedient to our parents, that is going to reflect our trust in God. And part of that is understanding that he wants not just the behavior, not just the act of obedience, but he wants us to have the right mindset and heart in doing so. That's why you see over in Ephesians 6 that it talks about honoring your father and mother in verse 2. And part of that term honor is kind of the both and, obedience and the heartfelt attitude and desire to do so. And we cultivate that by serving and blessing other people, just in general in life. We cultivate humility and putting others first by serving and blessing other people. And so that's why we had the challenge we did at the end where what's one thing you can do? What's one way you can be a blessing to your family, to your mom and to your dad, especially this week? And so I advocate for that so much that I'm willing to do this. The first one of you teenagers that sends me photographic or video evidence of this happening, that you have taken the steps to do so, the first one of you that do that, you're going to get some money off Student Life Camp, right? Because I know many of you are going. And if you're not going to Student Life Camp, then I'll get you a gift card to a place of your choosing, and I'll determine the amount. Not going to be $100. Don't get too excited. But it will be enough for you to treat yourself, all right? And you know what? Better yet, instead of treating yourself, treat someone else, right? Use what you've been blessed with to bless others, right? Let's put into practice what we've been talking about as we look at the wisdom of God, as we look at Scripture and say, God, teach me, shape me, help me see how my life is supposed to look. Part of that is serving and blessing others, and especially as we challenge y'all this week, your family. So looking forward to seeing y'all on Sunday. Remember, no life groups this week. We're done with those for the spring semester as we get ready to head into our summer calendar here in the very near future. And so you'll be hearing more details about our life group pool party and other things. So love you guys. Hope this gloomy weather out here today isn't making it too hard to have some fun and finish up schoolwork and whatnot. That's not fun, but praying for you guys. Looking forward to hanging out with y'all again. See you then.